Reverend of Real Estate, the Reverend of Real Estate, Luke Carl, the Director of Education for the Short Term Shop. We sell houses. I do not, but the company does, and we would be very happy to help you out. And I do teach classes to all of our clients. Management Monday is free, and it is awesome. Every single thing you're going to need to know about how to manage a vacation home from anywhere in the world. I've been doing it for a very long time and taught thousands of people how to have success, and we'd love to have you join the family. TheShortTermShop.com. I do want to reiterate the 5 pillars of a great listing. I'm talking about vacation homes here. There's really only 5 aspects to a great Airbnb and Vrbo listing, right? Booking.com listing. Number 1, headline. Number 2, reviews. That one's a little weird again because reviews, at least when you're brand new, are pretty much out of your control until you get the ball rolling. In other words, when you create a brand new listing, pillar number 2 is non-existent, right? So reviews are 100% in your control, but right now with a brand new listing, you got to have some patience. And of course, we will be reviewing older listings, newer listings, all across the board today. And then number 3, photos, quality of photos, number of photos, placement of photos, etc., pricing and availability, and your description. And I do want to mention one more time here. There's not a whole lot to do on a listing, okay? So all of the things I'm talking about on all these listings, just apply it to your listing, and you'll have success. It's all repeated, right? Now, of course, there's little nuances depending on your market and your exact property and the size of your property and things, but for the most part, everything we mentioned today can be applied to any listing across the board. Grateful that you are here with some listing advice from Cashflow Carl. All right, these were chosen at random. I've got several listings I want to go through today and give some advice. A bunch of disclaimers. Number 1, I am not an interior designer. I do not know how to do decor or Joanna Gaines style stuff. I have no idea. But I'll do my best. I do know how to get a property booked. I'll tell you that. My calendars always look pretty good. I'm usually among the highest grossing in my markets on all of my properties. I've been doing this for quite some time and happy to offer as much advice as I can. Some of these properties are going to be in markets I'm familiar with. Some are not, so I will cover that as well. And one more shout out for Management Monday. If you like my style, if you like what you're learning here, I find that the properties that I go through, I can instantly tell if it was a short-term shop client or not because they've been through Management Monday. They've been through my teaching. They had an excellent real estate agent that focuses on vacation homes. And you can find all of that at theshorttermshop.com. So let's do Brienne. Brienne is in Orange Beach, Alabama, the Gulf Coast of Alabama. I'm soaking it in. Again, I did not do any research here on this property. I like to go into this cold and just kind of soak it in as if I'm a guest, right? I'm seeing it for the first time. Do I want this house? Do I not? What is and from also from the perspective of a guy that's been doing it for a million years, and I can offer some advice as to what that guest would prefer to see. Okay. First thing I see, your headline. Pillar number 1, what the heck is a Phoenix condo? Now, I understand that's the name of the building, but nobody knows that. You know what I mean? Somebody coming down from Birmingham, unless they come to the Phoenix condo every year, they have no idea. So, to me, names of properties and names of buildings and names of HOAs are kind of a waste. You have to speak to folks like they're, I have a 4-year-old, so almost 5-year-old. So talk to folks like they're 5 years old. As a matter of fact, I think even my daughter would be like, that's dumb. Why did they put that there? It makes no sense. Also, your reviews are hurting here. Okay, Brienne, you are in the danger zone. 4.8, you'll lose your superhost. So you need to set a goal. You've got to do the math, do the 18, add in 3 more 5 stars and divide it by whatever and figure out if that's how many do you need to get back to, say, 4.87. 4.87 is my floor. 4.88, 4.89. That's right where you want to live. So we do need some work on the reviews. And again, I know you went through some crap. You had some dust on the baseboards or ceiling fan or whatever, and it wasn't your fault. And you've rectified the situation, but still inexcusable. You got to get those reviews up there, Brienne. Okay. Again, we're in a 2-bed, 2-bath condo as we look at your photos. I'd like to see how many photos. Good number of photos for this size property. High quality photos here. No complaints thus far. Let me backtrack to your top 5. Pretty good choice on a condo here. You got it. You can see the view from the interior, view from the bedroom, view from the porch, and of course just an overall interior photo. And then I like your first 5. Great job. I'll give you a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 so far on your photos. Just make sure you're rotating these photos as regularly as possible because that will help get you more bookings. Got the, the quintessential Florida tile floors throughout. Nice big stainless fridge. Wicker furniture in the kitchen. Probably needs an update sooner than later, but no hurry. More wicker and breakable glass on top of the wicker, so that freaks me out a little bit as a landlord. I see glass right there and it's going to get broken and somebody might get hurt. Overall, fantastic job on the photos. I really think you did a great job here. The property itself is pretty good too. I could definitely use some more decor. Artwork on the walls. This television is a joke. And the little cable box, get rid of the cable box and that little shelf. It's a joke. That's straight out of 1989, right? So we need a big giant TV here, 60-inch, and get rid of the cable box and go get a Roku TV. This is also too small, this TV. All right, so pretty good job on the property itself, and I don't see any need for any massive updates in the property, and again the photos are very high quality. I'm getting ahead of myself. Your description looks pretty good, Brienne. So there we go. But let's check out your calendar. Wow, not too bad. I was expecting worse, to be honest, because I saw that 192 there, which, again, most folks know that this number is BS. It's clickbait. It doesn't really have anything to do with what's going on in the actual dates here. So you've got about almost half of your September full here, so great job. Find out your oh crap number, and I would be dropping these whatever's left of these September dates down to my oh crap number because your Labor Day is gone, so the rest of these dates are fairly worthless. You got about half of your October as well, or at least about 11 days there, it looks like, 10 days. So you're storing your nuts for the winter here. Your October prices look a little better than your September prices. As a matter of fact, I would flip-flop those. Your September should be at lower than your October at this point. But I think I would leave October where it is and drop September to get whatever you can, what's left of these nights here, if you can. You're basically just searching for crumbs right now. Now, you could get a snowbird in there if you want to. There's local Facebook groups where you could find somebody to maybe to live in the home for 2 or 3 months over the winter in a property this size. They generally like one bedrooms a little better, so it depends on what kind of price you're looking for. You may snowbird it or go stay there yourself. That's why we have these things, right? It's a wonderful thing. Probably not going to get a whole lot of action in November, December. Let's look at your overall calendar. Okay, there's a mistake. You've got January and February blocked right now. Why? We need to open those up. The more availability you can get on your calendar, the more bookings you will get overall. Open up April. Now, if you need to open up April and raise the price, that will help you more than leaving it blocked. Okay, so you got about 3 months worth of blocks here that are definitely not helping you. Get rid of those. Description looks pretty good. I got to be honest. I think I like it a lot. I'm not going to read it, but I just love the formatting. I'm joking about not. I will read it now, but as a guest, I'm not reading that, but it's not, okay, freshly painted, cool. I like it. Boom, let's book it. The only thing I noticed in your description, again, is the name of the building. Nobody cares. But other than that, great job on the description. Brienne, overall, fantastic health here. Just got to work on these reviews. Get some of your, get those 3 months that are blocked opened up and pay more attention to your pricing as usual and stock away those nuts. All right, moving on. We are in Alice Beach. Wow, fancy. I call this schmancy. Fancy schmancy. This is Alice Beach, Rosemary Beach, Florida. 30A area. I live in this area, not this quite fancy. I'm a little bit west of here, but in the same area. And one of the most beautiful beaches in America. And the short-term shop operates in this market. We are in both so far, the two listings we've done, we sell properties in those markets. We'd love to help you out. And if you use the short-term shop, you have access to me for free. And I will help you learn how to be a better manager. That's what we do. Management Monday, every Monday, it's free. So join us at theshorttermshop.com. This is good looking here. You got nice reviews, first of all. Your headline's pretty good. I'm going to give you pretty good on the headline. No worries there. I don't really even have anything to pick on you for. Photos, also pretty stellar. I would think that I think I want to see some sort of exterior there in the top 5 would be nice. Can I get an exterior here? Or an aerial overview? Maybe this photo or this photo. I don't have a proximity to beach. Oh, there we go. I need an arrow. Point at the arrow. Point the arrow at the unit so I know which one it is, and then maybe that becomes a top 5. But nitpicking on this thing so far, I see a lot of good health here. This is not the link to the property that I would have liked to have seen, but this will work. I get it. You've got a pretty good looking calendar, but obviously it needs some work. You got empty dates here with the back to school. It's tough right now, but we need to get those booked, and your prices are high. That being said, again, this is a high dollar house, right? This is a high dollar area. You go get a sandwich in this area, it's $35, so $325 a night. I don't think you're too far off there, but again, your calendar's empty, so figure out what your old crap number is and start working this calendar. I would have liked to see the other links to this listing to really give your description a better, analyze it better, etc. But overall, looking pretty good here. Just keep working those prices. All right, let's move on to Disney. We've got 6-bedroom, 5.5 bathrooms. This is a big house. This is a very big house and massive amounts of theming here. Also looks like you are brand new. That's something to take into consideration. It's difficult for me to give you an overall evaluation of your prices and your availability because this is a brand new listing. If you'd been going for a year, I could take a look and say, here's why you're not getting booked, or here's why you are getting booked. But I will say so far, your photos are fantastic. I can maybe use without one of those, make it a little less exciting, but the headline is pretty good. I like the headline, man. I think I would keep that. I think showing off just a little bit here so far with this incredible property. By the way, again, short-term shops in this market. I would assume that the person that purchased this is a short-term shopper, which is why I'm not surprised that their listing is awesome. So the shorttermshop.com, look at that, double washroom, two washer and dryers, which is necessary in a house this size, especially with all the sand, etc. Not that it's on the beach, but it is in Florida. Look at this house. These folks are not playing around. So far, this person is showing off, and I'm proud to say that this person, again, I didn't check, but I would assume this is a short-term shopper. Mary Gay is her name on this brand new property, brand new listing that is rocking and rolling. Again, brand new calendar. So look at that. September, worst month, one of the worst months to book Disney. She's half booked already. And I bet she's not cheap. Yeah, $299 a night. I'd say that's probably pretty low. I think that's, she's probably working her own crap number there a little bit. Again, I don't know what she paid or what her PITI is or anything like that, but and again, this isn't the listing that I would like to see with the regular description, et cetera, but Mary Gay, fantastic job. Wonderful job. This house is awesome. And as we move closer into the holidays, and I think you're going to have a very fruitful December, January, and February. As the kids are off school and you start to when they are off school and the weather is nicer, in my opinion, in the winter, because it's not so hot and you're walking around at Disney and everything. But great job here on this property. Proud to have you as a short-term shopper. And wonderful job. Let's move on now to again, not the Verbo listing I was looking for. This is just like a cut and paste from their dashboard or something. But this thing is in Smokies, Pigeon Forge. Fantastic location. Right next to town there. Okay, so that's great. Great job on the location. 2 reviews, so another brand new listing. I could do a little better here on my hero pick. These picks in general are a little dark. I would be willing to bet you stole these pictures off the internet. And now that I've seen all of them, I think I'm definitely right. Well, maybe not. You could have written that on there, but it looks like something from the Zillow listing. Confusing. Nobody knows what this is. Somebody's going to Google Timber Trace like it's the neighborhood or something like that, and it's just what you've named your property, and not a big fan of that. I mean, I think you should have the sign, but if you put the sign on the side of the house, it is very confusing, in my opinion. Again, name of the property, don't do that. Waste of space. Feel free to disagree with me, but you came here asking me for help, and I think that is a complete waste of space, and it actually hurts you. I'm hoping this Verbo is the actual listing that I'm looking for so you can see what I mean by the... Hey, your calendar looks great. Whoa, look at that. Calendar's rocking. Just got some weekdays in September. October looks fantastic. November, holy man, you probably could raise your rates a little bit. Not for these dates here. Work those in close to your oh crap number, and then I think we could work these up a little bit. Now, again, these dates here are fairly undesirable. There are a lot of activities in December in this market, but what is this, a 3-bed, 2-bath? Yeah, your prices are probably pretty close, $240 in December. I think you're doing a great job on your prices. Tweak the name thing in the description. The pictures, you need a reshoot on your pictures. Call my boy Mike Sutton or Cadence Capture. There's a bunch of great photographer options in the Smokies. I like Mike. He's a good dude. Tell him Luke sent you. And get you a new set of photos. I think your prices are probably pretty close to where they need to be. Great job there. Just work those photos in the headline, and you should be pretty well off for the rest of the season. Great job. And again, another short-term shop market, so thank you for your business. All right, let's move to an Airbnb here. This is in Virginia. Massanutten, which is in Shenandoah. And I am instantly turned off by the words on the picture here. I hate to tell you. Shannon's been at this for a while. The short-term shop operates in this market, but something tells me she's not a short-term shopper or purchased this prior to us being in the market. I'm just guessing there. But let's dive a little deeper. Resort vibes, 2 king suites, hot tub, game room, toys. Okay, something I need to point out here. 2 king suites. If I'm just cruising through looking at this thing, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It's got two bedrooms, but it's got 4. So I understand you're highlighting the king suites, but people are dumb. So they're not going to realize there are other bedrooms, okay? Other than that, headline's okay. I'm not that crazy about resort vibes. I do not like pictures on photos. It's also technically against the rules. and you've got tons of them. Photo quality overall is pretty good. Again, photos, names on pictures, it turns me off. It's just like, sign everywhere, sign breaking up the scenery, losing my mind. So it's just cluttered. It almost looks to me like some sort of timeshare advertisement or something like that. Not all that crazy about the pictures because all the words everywhere. I think you let the photos do the talking because this is actually a really great picture. I like booking for fall. That's cool. That would be a better headline than Resort Vibes. Booking for fall. Now booking fall. Description's not bad at all. Other than the fact that you used your name, the name of the property here. So now you got like all these names. Massanutten Retreat, Epic Game Room, it's like so many things for a random dude from Ohio to decide. He's confused. It's confusing. So get the names out of everything. Just get it out. People are not that smart. Other than that, I like the 5% for seniors. Game room. Yeah, other than that, the description is pretty good. Let's check out your prices. A little to be desired here, especially if you've been at it for a while. I'd like to see that September a little more booked. Of course, this is a little bit more of you can get some bookings here in the cold season. So we need to work those prices down to the old crap number, obviously, but $213 seems pretty reasonable to me on a 4-bedroom. That being said, you do have an Airbnb promotion here again, if you do the Airbnb promotions, you are completely alienating Vrbo. And you're losing millions and millions of eyeballs by paying no attention to Vrbo by doing these Airbnb promotions. Because, again, what this means is that your Airbnb is $213, but your Vrbo is still going to be at $280. And then you're not going to get any Vrbo. And you want Vrbo. There are billions of dollars floating around on Vrbo. Go get you some. All right, Shannon? A couple things to work on here. But overall, pretty good. This is just for me. This is too much. It's claustrophobic. It's just like it makes me feel. I don't know. Just like I'm kind of like squished between too many words here. All right. Another Vrbo. This is what I want when I see a Vrbo. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, cool. So, where are we? We are in Pensacola Beach. Yet another so far, I did not do that on purpose. Of course, the group I got these from, Short-Term Rental Listing Advice, was created by the Short-Term Shop. So it makes sense that a lot of short-term shoppers are going to be in there. And you can find us at theshorttermshop.com. We do sell properties in this market. Fall getaway, breathtaking views, pools, kayaks, steps to beach. Great headline. No complaints there. No complaints. Fix this. Who am I talking to? Katrina. Fix this. The average Joe cruising through here sees that, and they're going to move right on down the road because something tells me it's not real. I mean, maybe this thing is like a $5 million monster, and you're renting it for $700 a night in October. But easiest way to change that is change. I would assume you're using Price Labs. Change your base rate on Vrbo, and eventually this will come down. Just keep saving and refreshing on Price Labs over and over again. Also, it's possible you use the $4,000 method, which is chapter 10 from this book, Short-Term Rental, Long-Term Wealth, written by Avery Carl. Chapter 10 talks about the $4,000 method. And maybe that's what this is, maybe an after effect, a side effect of, because this is a brand new listing. So maybe it's just taking some time to settle back down. But check on this, a couple times a week to make sure that it's getting settled back down to earth. I say all that having no idea what you're actually renting it for per night, so that could change everything. 47 pictures. This picture's a bit blurry. Your f-stop should have been higher on this picture. I'm trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't. But I do love my fancy Leica. Your focus on this picture is somewhere like right here, it looks like. It's hard to tell where it's actually focused, but the beach is a bit blurry. It's just a little bit washed out there. Much better focus on this. Now you're making me think maybe this thing is $700 a night in the fall. It's a nice house. A little dark on the pictures. Look at that beach. Again, Pensacola Beach, Florida here. Excellent market. Doesn't really get talked about a lot, which may or may not be good. It's probably both. It's probably good. Solid surface tops, a little bit of beige going on here in the kitchen, but that's okay. The wall color's great. I always recommend go bigger on the TV. I'd like to see an 80-inch here. Spiral staircase. Got tile floors throughout. They're beige, but tile's pretty good in a beach market. Much better than carpet. More beige, more beige. More beige. Great job on the chairs. Very nice railing. That is nice. Spiral staircase takes you up here to an even better view. Okay, forget that speech about the $700. This is a house. My goodness. And I've been out there many times. I run the Pensacola Beach's half marathon every year, which is just the best freaking race. It's awesome. Private pool. This is one heck of a house. We do need work on the photos. I'm going to send Panhandle Productions over there for some more professional photo. Just maybe, not that these aren't professional, but I feel that we could use a little work on these pictures. They do a decent job. But then at the same time, so there is something to be said for, promising too much, because these pictures are pretty awesome. But they're just a few things that are like, that's just a little too dark for me. So again, you can put it in Lightroom. I don't know that this is a top 5 photo. You've got a lot of awesome stuff going on with this house. This house is, you're absolutely right. This breathtaking is a difficult word to use, but in your case, no problem with it. You got the name in your description. You got a big giant chunks of word in your description. Get it out. Bullet points, ditch the name, ditch Marabella, ditch Pensacola. You can leave Pensacola Beach. So you've named your property and the rooftop deck. The house has 2 names. Nobody cares. It is so confusing. People are not smart enough to figure that out. And you are priced at that $700 average. And I hate to tell you, I don't know, man. I think maybe you're a little high, but man, you're booked. Okay, September's much lower than that. I would lower your base rate on Verbo to get this to come down to like $300 or $400, maybe $350 would be good. Let's look at some. You do have a decent amount of bookings here. You've got actually like a pretty good amount of bookings for the time of year in this area, because everybody's in school right now, but you're still booking up weekends. I think that's pretty much all you can hope for. You might be able to scoop some of this stuff up, but you're going to need to go lower on your price there. You're looking at $600 a night for a weekday in September, and I know you paid a lot of money for this house. I'm just guessing. It's a very high dollar house. But $600 on a Tuesday in September to me is probably a little excessive. The only way to prove that is by enemy methoding. Go find somebody with a similar calendar to yours. If their calendar is completely empty, don't bother. Get somebody that's got maybe 10, 15 bookings in September and see if they're charging less than you. Now, this house is difficult to duplicate. I mean, this is a house. So you might find that the enemies are not up to your standards, quite frankly. But you're doing well. Your calendar's looking pretty good for the rest of the season, which ends right about in here, and then you'll be empty other than perhaps the holidays until March 1st. So I can't stress this enough. Katrina, you are putting your sites, again, as a brand new listing, you've got a great amount of bookings. I'm really proud of you here. You need to be focusing on March 1st. Set your sights on March 1st. Come back and see me again in Management Monday, because I would assume you bought this house with the shop. So come do one more Management Monday, and then I would do Management Monday again in end of January, because this thing's going to be rocking hard come March 1st. Proud of you. This is a property you can have in your family for generations. Now, this is a house. Wow. All right, where are we going now? Cherry Log. Look at this cute little thing. Melissa, back on Airbnb here. I like your headline. I do. I wouldn't change it a bit. Now, the more you change it, the more bookings you'll get. But you don't need to change it for the sake of change. You need to change it for the sake of algorithms. You're crushing it on reviews. Maybe even trying a little too hard, dare I say, on the reviews. Because I know that is very difficult. Melissa, I know how hard you've worked on these reviews. The house is as cute as a button. I would imagine this thing was a rather, inexpensive purchase, even though Blue Ridge is definitely not cheap. You have got to be a short-term shopper. There's no way you're not a short-term shopper, so I appreciate your business. You've got your boom booms going on. You've got the cutest house on the planet with the little red roof. Got Pollywood instead of the cheap Home Depot crap. I've seen this house before. You are definitely a short-term shopper. I remember this wallpaper. Got the Pac-Man arcade, the real Pac-Man. We need new appliances, but you already know that. Again, I don't like names of properties. But this thing is so cute and easy. You are marketing the crap out. You're doing a wonderful job on this on the marketing of this home. Got your cornhole and your outdoor checkers. You're making a great use of the space. You got a cool little mural there next to the this thing is awesome. And I would be absolutely heartbroken if your calendar's not full. And it is. Calendar looks pretty good. Looks actually really good. Blue Ridge can be difficult at times and certain properties in certain times of the year. But Melissa is proving that if you put in the work and do your job, you will be rewarded. Your October is slightly higher than your September, which is what I want to see right now. I think you're pricing this thing damn near perfect. On this little tutu in Cherry Log, Blue Ridge, Georgia. Wonderful job. Wonderful job, Melissa. I'm proud to have you as a short-term shop veteran, a Management Monday veteran, and please come back and see me. You don't need me anymore, quite frankly, but I'm so proud of you. You did a great job. All right, we'll get to one or two more here. Where are we? Black Mountain, North Carolina. This is just east of Asheville. We do, of course, have representation in this market. These photos are not good. I'm sorry to tell you here, Jason. Initial impression is not good. You've been doing it for a minute. And by the way, if you want to buy a property in this area, in the North Carolina Smoky Mountain area, you contact us. We got a great agent there named Jay who loves metal. Agents at theshorttermshop.com. I hate your headline. Nobody knows what detail. I know it's downtown. Nobody knows that. I don't hate it, but it definitely doesn't suck me in. Your reviews are great, 28 5 stars, so there's a positive. This picture is horrendous. It's blurry. It's like a picture of a picture or something. Oh, it's a piece of furniture at the bottom there. So it's focused like right there, and the rest of it is blurred out. Okay, just not even close to a hero pick. It's like, what is this weird black line at the bottom? The TV's blurry. Everything's blurry. Bye-bye. Ditch it. Just delete it. This one too. Dude. You cannot get premium dough for rental real estate without good landscaping. This looks like crap. It's really not a whole lot of work to do here, but it's been sitting for a year. Whoever put this mulch in did that a year ago, and nobody did anything since. So this needs to be all trimmed out and trimmed up. This needs to go. This little shrub may need to go. I mean, I like the red leaves, but, you can't even see the house. Not a good picture here, friend. Again, blurry. Blurry. This photographer's trying to be artistic and not getting the job done. This is too dark. Nice appliances, nice tops. Get this out of there. Everybody can see your reviews. And by the way, when they look at your reviews on your listing, they're not blurry. This is blurry. Why is everything blurry? Dark and blurry. That's the name of your house. Your property has now been deemed dark and blurry in North Carolina. That's a cute picture, but again, the landscaping stinks. That railing is awesome. But you got to get in here and clean some of this stuff up. You got this little hemlock or whatever it is. This come out of nowhere. Great chairs on the porch. This to me looks like somebody's going to burn your house down. I don't like that. It's cute, but it makes me nervous. Great creek, but I don't know where that is in relation to the home. What is this? You're trying to rent this to me? What is your name? Let me go back. Jason? Jason, you're trying to rent me this driveway? Ain't nobody going to rent that for $400 a night. What is this? It's got potholes. It's disgusting. It wasn't even shaped right to begin with. At the very least, patch the hole and pressure wash it. But this is, it needs a little help here. Blurry. Every one of your pictures is blurry. I get it, it's cute, but it's blurry, and it's half blurry, and it's weird. Get rid of it. That's actually a really good, I like that. I don't know, Jason, if you were taking these pictures, I bet you were. Need a little work, buddy. And I couldn't do it. I love my Leica. There's no way I could represent a property well enough for a real estate listing. Again, blurry. Artistic and weird and blurry. I'm going to jump out of the woods and get you. The railing's really cool. Watch out for that sag right there. What's causing that? Fix it. Unless it's on purpose because it might be sloped. Your pictures stink, man. All right. I've been going on about it for too long now. You get the idea. I'm sorry to be so brutal, but your pictures stink. This also stinks. Big giant chunk of words with names in it. It's confusing. Nobody's going to read this. Foxy Moxie. That's the name of your property. Nobody cares. Meanwhile, your calendar is slammed. So what does Luke know? What do I know? What do I know, man? I just ripped you apart for 15 minutes. I come in here, your calendar's jam-packed. You know what I mean? What do you want from me, Jason? I wouldn't book this thing, man. I mean, I would because it's actually a really cool house, but the pictures stink. All right, I'm going to pull both feet out of my mouth. I can't even tell you what your prices look like because you're so booked. $200 a night on a 3-2 outside of Asheville. Man, if you're this booked with these pictures, get you some new pictures and raise your rates, man. Go get them, Jason. All right, we're going to do one more. Back to the Smokies. I don't like collages, but that's not bad as far as collages go. You got to understand, when somebody's looking at this on their phone, that picture is this big, and half of it is taken up with these weird road X, whatever this is. It looks like an intersection. Not only that, but you've repeated this photo. So I see you have to see the same photo twice in your marketing campaign. Okay, so here's my first 5. This is a top 5. This is a top 5. Top 5. Really, any of these are pretty good top 5s. I'm not crazy about the collage. Although if I have to do a collage, that one's pretty good. I think couples and honeymoon is the same word twice, so you just wasted some space there. Maybe location would be better. I don't know what your location is, but you get the idea. You could have a word that, instead of using the same word twice, your location's decent. You're a little far north, but I used to own one right up here, and it did very well. I don't know that I would advertise location on this thing, so that was a bad example, but you get my point. Okay, description looks good. I'm jumping all over the place now, but your description does look good, except for nobody cares. Nobody knows what this is. I'm not going to Hunter's Ridge. I'm going to Pigeon Forge. Next house. Moving on to the next house. What's Hunter's Ridge? Nope, not going there. I'm going to Dollywood. See you later. People aren't smart enough to understand what that means. Stop doing it. People disagree with me on that. If you disagree with me on that, you're wrong. If you're doing that to get direct bookings, put it over here. Nobody's going to direct book anyway. Sorry to tell you, because Airbnb might be watching me. Airbnb, I love you. Reviews are too low. You need to get that up. We need 3 5 stars in a row. Pronto. All right, how many photos do we have? 23. Not enough photos. Even though it's a honeymoon cabin, I'd still like to see somewhere around 35. Give or take. Nice house. Looks like a new build. You've got a mini split, which I'm not all that crazy about. Does it have central HVAC or mini split only? Because that's going to be a little bit of a management situation there if you're only doing mini split in this thing, because it will get hot. There's your mini split. So I'd be curious to know if your summer was suffering right now. It's late summer with just a mini split and no ductwork. That being said, it might have ductwork. Maybe that was just a supplemental mini split. But it caught my eye. HVAC is a very interesting topic for me. I enjoy it. This is the same picture twice. So not only do you have not enough photos, but I know it's teeny tiny, right? It's not like you're photographing a 5-bedroom house here. So it's like, dude, Luke, it's hard for me to get 40 pictures of this little tiny house, but you can do it. You can do it. I don't really see any bathroom here. There's some bathroom. I just think maybe 5 more decent pictures, but scrolling through here, your pictures, I do like it. Okay. Not a huge issue. House is cute as could be. Great comforter and bed coverings, and everything looks new and fresh and modern with that, country rustic feel. Great little table here. Pollywood, bravo. I know that was expensive. I know it hurt to buy that stuff, but it's got to be done. Super nice hot tub. That's a very nice hot tub. I would definitely highlight that a little more. All right, prices. Your prices, I like that $99 on your tagline there. That's great job making that happen. You're booked. You're very booked. All right, David, good job. $124 on a 1-bedroom is about all you're going to get right now. It's a weird back-to-school season, and it's been a weird summer in general with all the international travel, et cetera. I think I like your October prices, too. I think your prices are right in line. Let's check your Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't think I'd touch that. If anything, maybe bump it up $10. What do we got here? Let me look at some better Christmas dates, like this to this. Yeah. Pricing is very well done, David. I would assume you're a Management Monday alumni. And we appreciate you being a short-term shopper. But great job on the prices. I really don't have too many complaints other than this word was repeated unnecessarily. Your reviews are a little too low. And which I know there's always a story there, but fix it. And I don't like collages, but I'm not offended by yours. And your description is great. And at the end of the day, you've got great bookings. And I think you've got a nice future with this home. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. All right. Cashflow Carl, the Reverend of Real Estate, thanking you so much for your time. If you want more, if you want to learn more about rental real estate and how to be a great landlord and a great host, join me anytime in Management Monday. If you want to buy a house with the Short-Term Shop, the shorttermshop.com. You can also check out my podcast, which is Short-Term Rental Management. I love you.